Hi, myself Akash Patel, Professor Akash Patel, working as an assistant professor in mechanical department, GIDC Degree Engineering College, Abrama, Navsari. Today in workshop, we are going to make a wood pattern process in carpentry work under the guidance of our workshop instructor Ismail Sayyed. Today we are going to make a pattern with a given drawing. This is our pattern which we will make finally from this workpiece, and these are the tools which will be necessary for making a pattern. Good afternoon. Today in carpentry shop we are going to learn a second job, which is a pattern job. Okay, a pattern. Okay, it's a term used in manufacturing process. Okay, in manufacturing process in third year you have got a subject of manufacturing process, in which you are going to perform an practical of sand casting. Okay, a sand casting is a process in manufacturing subject in which we are going to cast a hard metal. This is a casting. This is a metal. Okay, casting metal. This is made with the help of pattern. Okay, so we are going to make a pattern on a wood, and then during the casting process we would generate this cast material, different size, different shape cast material. Okay, this is a metal material. So we are going to study a pattern cast like this. We are going to make a pattern. Okay, and in casting process we would make a metal cast. Okay, so today we are going to prepare a pattern from a wood. Okay, mostly the pattern are made from wood only, and then after it is casted into metals. Okay, then after it is made it in metals. So today we have got a workpiece. Okay, and this is the drawing figure with dimensions. Okay, we are going to make a pattern from a wood and in a carpentry shop today. Okay, for making a pattern, okay, we would require a different kind of tools. The tools are 90 angle, tri-square, okay, scale, jack plane, જેને રંધો કહે છે આપણે, jack plane, hand saw. These are two types of hand saw with higher thickness. Higher cutting teeth are used for cutting a material of higher thickness, and this is short teeth. Okay, the teeth are short. Okay, depth of teeth are short, is used for cutting a thinner workpiece. Nylon hammer, different types of files. Okay, smooth file, flat file, round file, half round file. Okay, half round file. Then chisel, different types of chisel, and 1 inch, half inch Morris chisel. Okay, and this is known as firmer chisel. And for finishing, the last operation would be finishing. We are going to use a different grade of sandpaper, 120, 220 and 320. Okay, so these are the tools which we are going to use for completing our pattern. Okay, so as per our drawing, okay, we were given a workpiece of 120 mm and height. Okay, so we are going to initial the total there are 5 operation. Initial operation would be of first operation would be of making a workpiece of 90 angle. Then second operation would be for marking on it the dimension which we required, we would mark on it. And then third operation would be a cutting operation with the help of cutting tools, okay, with the help of hand saw and the chisel, okay. Then we would be we would make a groove, okay, we would make a groove with the help of chisel. So third would be chiseling operation, okay, in which we are going to use different types of chisel and nylon hammer. And the final would be finishing operation. In finishing operation we would use smooth file and sandpaper, okay. So our first operation is making our workpiece, our job material as a 90 angle, okay, making it as a 90 angle. So this is our drawing, okay. With the help of in 90 angle, with the help of jack plane, tri square, okay, and bench wise, we would make our workpiece smoother, our carpentry wise or carpentry wise, tri square and jack plane rando, we would make our workpiece smooth as well as workpiece surface as smooth, as well as we would mark it mark all the side as a 90 degree, okay, as a 90 angle with the help of tri square, okay. So in our first operation, making a workpiece for 90 angle, okay, with the help of jack plane, we have hold our workpiece on a carpentry vise, and with the help of jack plane we are making its surface smooth and 90. Okay, our one surface is been smooth. We would check it, is it perfect or not. So in this you can see there is no gap, okay, there is no such gap from where a light is coming, a small gap. So we would again file it and make it smooth, okay. So like this we are going to check for 90 degree, okay. We are making the surface smooth with the help of jack plane, okay. If it's uneven, we can use a flat file or half round file for making it smooth and perfect 90, okay. Okay, so with the help of jack plane, there is a blade, cutting blade over here. This is a blade, okay, and when the workpiece moves, when the jack plane moves over the surface, the cutting blade cuts the surface and make the surface as a smooth, okay. Okay, so here we complete our first operation, making our job piece 90 angle. So you can see at every face there is, we have make it 100% 90 angle workpiece, isn't it? So every face, every corner of our workpiece is perfectly 90 angle, okay. Now the second would be marking, okay. The second operation would be marking on our workpiece with the help of pencil, okay. These are our dimensions. So we would do a marking operation with the help of scale, tri-square or marking gauge. Okay, so for marking operation we can use marking gauge, tri-square or scale. Okay, so we would mark, as per our drawing, we would mark it on our workpiece with the help of scale. So as per our drawing, the length is 100 mm and the width is 50 mm. Okay, so we would mark on our workpiece with the help of scale. Initially we are taking a center of our workpiece on both the side. Okay, the total dimension of our workpiece is around 115 mm. So we would take a center and then we would mark it on our workpiece, and then the extra material would be cut it down. Okay, so we are marking with the help of tri-square and scale. This is our center line, center for our workpiece. We have marked the center on all the faces of our workpiece. Okay, so we have marked on all the surface of our workpiece. You can see this is the center. Yes. Yep. Already we have marked our job as 100 mm and width 50. Okay. Now we are marking this 15 mm on both the side. Okay, and the middle grooving. Okay, middle part for groove would be of 20. Okay, so we would mark on our surface 15 and we would draw a line so that we can know, okay, this is our 15 mm margin. On all the surface we would do the same procedure. So as you can see, we have marked as per our dimension on our workpiece. Okay, a radius, a groove, radius, groove, two grooves. Okay, so the portion which we are going to cut from the workpiece are marked as cross. You can see on the surfaces everywhere where we are going to cut, we have marked it as cross, so we can know that this portion is going to be cutted from our workpiece. So after cutting that, we would get the dimension as per our drawing. Okay, so now we are going to perform a cutting operation. Our third operation, already we have marked a 90 angle, which was our first operation. Second operation for marking, and our third portion would be cutting. So in cutting operation, we would use with the help of carpentry vise and handsaw. Okay, we would cut our workpiece, the required workpiece. Okay, for fitting our job on a workpiece, we would place our workpiece such that, okay, we can see the mark line. Okay, so up till which portion we are going to cut, we can see it easily. Okay, and then we would tie our bench vise, and we would hold a workpiece on a vise. Okay, so on both the side you can see, okay, we have placed our workpiece such that, okay, the mark, the line is visible. Okay, and then with the help of handsaw, we would cut our middle portion, okay, till the line. So with the help of handsaw, we are cutting our workpiece as per our marking line. Okay, so as the we have cut with the help of handsaw till the mark. Okay, a gap can be easily visible. Okay, now the second half. Okay, so the portion has been cut as per our marking. So now you can see, okay, we have cut it as per our marking. Can you see? Is it visible? Yeah, see. So as per our marking, we have cutted our workpiece such that blur થઈ જાય છે. Okay, we have cut our workpiece from three sides, and we have cut inside the line. See, you can see we have cut the extra material inside the line. Okay, so you can easily see we have cut it. Okay, now for cutting this round section, okay, the round section, we would use our drill machine. Okay, we would make a drill at certain distance such that it would be easy to remove the extra portion on our workpiece. Okay, so with the help of drill machine, vertical drill machine, we would drill few holes in this gap so we can remove the extra material very easily. Okay, so with the help of drill machine, vertical drill machine, okay, you can read, it's a drill machine. We have fixed our workpiece on a vise, and with the help of drill, okay, drill bit, we are drilling a hole in our workpiece at some interval. We are drilling a hole inside our mark portion. Okay, So this is our workpiece where we have drilled a hole and we are making a cut. Okay, so we can easily remove all this unwanted material. So you can see that we have removed our unwanted part while cutting with the help of hand saw, and then after with the help of smooth file we would make it smooth. Okay, the half round file. Okay, you can see how our carpentry instructor is making a groove, circular groove with the help of half round file and making the surface smooth. See how he is holding and revolving the file to make a smooth groove. Okay, make a smooth half circular groove. Okay, so over here we can see, okay, till our marking we have make it a circular groove. Okay, and it's smooth. Okay, further we would, with the help of sandpaper, we would make it more smooth. Okay, now when we are cutting the upper portion, the upper groove, okay, this groove, we are going to cut the upper groove in a cross way. Okay, with the help of hand saw we are going to cut this material. We are going to remove this material with the help of hand saw while cutting crossly, not horizontally. Okay, okay, till the marking we have done, we have cut in a cross way. Similarly, another cross. Okay, till our marked line. Okay, so we have cut. So this is our material which we are going to remove. Okay, with the help of chisel. Okay, so in this our cutting operation, this is our last phase in which we have cut the we have cut the unwanted material. So extra material is been cut with the help of hand saw. Okay, with the help of hand saw you can see that we have cut it all the unwanted material. Okay, now the second operation would be with the help of chisel. Okay, so we would be removing this material, this extra material, with the help of chisel. Okay, chisel and nylon hammer. Now our fourth operation would be chiseling. In chiseling, initially we would mark with the help of chisel, okay, on the line up till which we want to remove the material. We are doing this marking initially because if we cut through the chisel, even the required material would be cutted. So before cutting, we are marking with the help of chisel till the portion where we want to cut the material. Okay, so on line we would put our chisel, and with the help of nylon hammer we would mark it. You can see we have marked with the help of chisel till over here. So when we cut with the help of chisel, only the material will be removed till this portion, not the wanted material would not get cut. Okay. Okay, so with the help of chisel, we have removed our unwanted part, and the remaining part would be smoothened with the help of our file. Okay, and this is our unwanted material. So you have seen how we have removed our unwanted material with the help of chisel. Okay, we have kept a wooden piece beneath the workpiece. Why? Because when we are chiseling on a workpiece, at the bottom, if it cuts, it doesn't damage our table. Okay, so we are putting our extra wood piece, and we have put a workpiece on that and our damaged material, and we have put a workpiece on the damaged material, and then we have done chiseling. Okay, similarly we would chisel another two surfaces. Okay, so as you can see, we have cutted the groove portion. Okay, the unwanted material has been removed. Now for making the surface smooth, okay, making this all surface smooth with the help of our smooth file. Okay, so our final step would be a finishing operation, in which we are going to use a sandpaper and a smooth file. Okay, so for filing on it, we are again going to hold our workpiece on our carpentry vise. So we are using a smooth file for smoothing the surface. So over here we can see, okay, we have generated a smooth profile, okay, smooth profile till our marking, and with the help of sandpaper we can make it further smooth. Okay, so this is our finishing operation, in which we are using a smooth file and a sandpaper for making our surface smooth and perfectly finished. Okay, there are different grade paper, okay, the different graded sandpaper available in the market. Okay, 320, 220, 120. Okay, as the number increases, the surface, the finer, as the number increases, the paper are more fine. Okay, so as the number increases, we can get a more smooth surface. Okay, over here we, on a plate, we have already stapled few different graded sandpaper, 100, 220, this is 220, and the final 320. Okay, so while keeping the workpiece on it, we can easily, like this, we can easily make the surface smooth. Okay, rubbing on it, we can easily get a smooth surface, and then finally we would get our requirement workpiece. Our job is done. Okay, so this is a pattern for making a casting. Okay, so in the third year you would be studying a subject, manufacturing process, in which for casting you would the initial job required would be a pattern. Okay, pattern making, which would be learned in carpentry only. Okay, so in third year you are going to make this kind of pattern and use it in manufacturing process while casting. Okay, so it was our second job of pattern making in carpentry. Thank you.